your girl Millie Berry, and this is the Millie Berry Show. I'm your host, Millie Berry Lachishar. Millie Berry is my first name, and Lachishar is my last name. I prefer being called Millie, but you can call me Millie Berry if you want to. My parents were originated from Cameroon, but I was born in America, so technically, I'm an African American. When will the show be rolling? Who is Millie Berry? Who is Millie Berry? I would say Millie Berry is a 9-year-old, smart-minded, intelligent, curious, beautiful girl. When will the show be rolling? The second and fourth weekend of each month. What is the show all about? It can be about books, it can be about the industry, it can be about music, singing, modeling, and so much more. What is this session gonna be about? What month is it? February. What happens in February? Black History Month, and everyone loves Black History Month. So we're gonna be talking about people who made an impact on the Black culture. Let's start with Harriet Tubman. This is Harriet Tubman. She was born into slavery in 1822 in Maryland. Her brothers were supposed to be taken away, but her sisters were instead. And then some men came to her house wanting to take her brother, but she went instead because she didn't want her brother to leave her mother. So then she did so many things that men couldn't even think a woman could do. When she was like 10, she could chop around half a cord of wood. Some men back then couldn't even do a quarter of a cord. And now she's inspired me to keep on moving forward, to be the strong woman that I am today. And that's Harriet Tubman for you. The next, everyone's favorite, Martin Luther King Jr. This is Martin Luther King Jr. He was a Black pastor, speaker, and civil rights leader. We all know him for his I Have a Dream speech. And this is the speech. I have a dream that my 4 little children will one day live in a nation where they will not be judged by the color of their skin, but by the content of their character. I have a dream that one day little Black boys and girls will hold hands with little white boys and white girls as sisters and brothers. Let freedom ring from every mountainside. Let freedom ring. We should be listening to his word. He is the reason we don't have segregation here in 2023, and we should never have it. He is the reason that we all have been pushing forward, stopping segregation whenever we see it. He's the reason we should be doing this. Yeah, he went to jail so many times, but he got back up and never stopped fighting. And that's what we should be doing in his honor. He inspired me to keep fighting, and I kept on fighting for everything. And that's it for Martin Luther King Jr. And now this is everyone's second favorite, Rosa Parks. Rosa Parks was a little girl. She was born in Montgomery, Alabama, and lived with her grandparents and her brother. But sadly, she was born into segregation, but her grandparents always used to tell her stories about slavery. She always used to get picked on by white kids, all because she had to walk 1 mile just to go to school, while other white kids, they were on a big white yellow school bus. And they were calling her names, sticking their tongue out of her. And then colored things, colored water fountains, colored waiting rooms, colored assistants. Now tell me, how would you feel if that happened to you? How would you feel if you were separated from something all because of your skin color? That's something you can't even change, you just have to appreciate it. Like getting mad at people over their skin color? It's their skin, what can they do about it? But she went around town boycotting, around the states boycotting. No buses until people let freedom ring. And she did it. She won. Because she never stopped fighting. And that's Rosa Parks for you. And now on to everyone's favorite First Lady, Miss Michelle Robinson, or you might know her as Michelle Obama. Michelle Robinson, she was an amazing little girl. She always looked up to her dad and wanted to be like him. As she grew older, she grew smarter, and she loved reading, even before she started. But then she wanted to go to Princeton, one of the most prestigious colleges. But one of her teachers thought she couldn't do it. I'm sorry, you was wrong. This is Michelle Obama we're talking about here. She was an honor roll in Princeton. She was always there to give people some advice and a great big hug. And then in Princeton, when she was about to leave for Harvard, she met Barack Obama. And then they found each other's love for reading, but also family. So then they started dating and all that. The day Michelle's father died was the saddest day of her life. So then she quit her job and joined a nonprofit organization named the Public Allies. Michelle had her daughters, Malia and Sasha and Barack, always by her side. She always used to grow things in their lawn. And now when Barack decided to run for president, Michelle was always by his side. And so was Malia and Sasha. They started growing fruits in the White House. So then she wanted kids all around the world to have really healthy school lunches. So that's what she did. After the White House was made by Black people, they were the first African American family to live in it. And that's why she's my role model. She's the reason I wanted to grow up to be president. She's the reason I never stopped fighting. She taught me, if you can dream it, you can achieve it. And I know all of you can do that same thing if you have a dream. So that's Michelle Obama for you. Now I know what you're thinking. Why did I choose these books? Well, it is Black History Month, and these people made a huge impact on Black culture. But anyways, what's so common about the people in each of these books? All of them were prevented from doing something or segregated. All because of their skin color. Talk personally with me. Yeah, it looks really painful. I haven't gone through it, but my mother, she has. Okay, a patient denied my mother from taking care of her. All because she was dark skinned. What's the problem with her being dark skinned? Yeah, I've heard stories too. Y'all should know the 2020 George Floyd story. Yeah, people thought he used fraud money to pay for something. They stepped on his neck. He kept on saying, "I can't breathe. I can't breathe." You heard him saying, "I can't breathe," and you're gonna still kneel on his neck? Who taught you how to do that? Because, if I was your captain, I would have your police license revoked. It's painful. People watching their siblings, their parents, their partners pass away or go to jail, all because of their skin. What's the matter with you? Why would you do that? Imagine you just saw a Black kid. They bought something with their own money. Why? Some people take that money from them, thinking that they stole it. What's your problem? Who taught you how to do that? It's your Grandma Lee Berry, signing off. I hope you loved this episode. I love you guys so much. Have an amazing day. And this was brought to you by Paragon Motion Pictures.